This episode is brought to you by HASA. Liquid is clearly better. Liquid chlorine is the highest purity, works immediately, has no added cyanuric acid or calcium, and it will leave your pool safe, clean, and clear. And by the bottom feeder professional grade battery powered vacuum system. It sucks to clean pools, so cleaning pools sucks less. Get $100 off with code DVB100.
This episode is brought to you by Skimmer, the #1 pool service software in North America. With Skimmer, you can streamline your schedule, grow your revenue, and keep your customers coming back with 5-star service. Whether you're a one-person operation or an established team, Skimmer is your partner in success. Visit getskimmer.com/poolguy to try Skimmer for free for 30 days.
The Pool Guy Podcast Show. The Pool Guy Podcast Show. The Pool Guy Podcast Show.
Hi, welcome to the Pool Guy Podcast Show. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about some pool products that have really changed the way I operate my pool service, or these are gadgets that have really changed the way my pool service route operates, and really is something that is focused on saving time and making more money. And so I'm going to go over these particular devices you can purchase that are going to save you time out there, which of course equals more money for you. Are you a pool service pro looking to take your business to the next level? Join the Pool Guy Coaching Program. Get expert advice, business tips, exclusive content, and get direct support from me. I'm a 35-year veteran in the industry. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, I've got the tools to help you succeed. Learn more at swimmingpoollearning.com. How does saving time equal more money? Well, it's just a basic thing where time is money out there. So the least amount of time you're spending per stop, the least trouble you're having, the quicker you can get to the next stop means you can multiply the size of your pool route by bringing on more accounts and thereby minimizing waste of time out there and maximizing your working hours so that you're not, of course, overworking and you have a route that's producing a really good income. Now, these devices range in price from affordable to expensive, I would say. And I'll start with some affordable options for you if you're getting started in the pool industry. The #1 time stealer out there is algae in the pool. It's going to take you time to brush it, treat it, costs money to add the chemicals, costs the customer money in some cases if you're charging him for extra work at the pool. It's all around a bad thing for both you and the customer and for your time management. If you have 3 pools on your route that have algae outbreaks, you're spending probably an extra hour out there treating those pools, and it's something that's a big time waster in my opinion. So keeping your pools algae free is the best way to operate your pool route. How is that possible? The best way you can do this is by using what I call chlorine enhancers. These are things that will allow the chlorine to work more effectively in the pool and last longer in the pool. There are 3 that come to mind right away, and these are very affordable. You have the Pool RX, which is a mineral system that adds copper and other metals to the pool, but they are chelated, which means they're suspended in the water. They're not going to drop out and cause staining. And this is a great way to reduce the amount of chlorine per pool and the chances of algae forming. The other thing you can do is use a combination of phosphate removers and enzymes. These are a great way also to make the chlorine much more effective. The phosphate remover is removing one food source for algae. The enzyme is making the chlorine more effective, and this is a great 1-2 punch for the pool. And of course, the third method is to add borates. Boric acid powder is my preferred method to the pool to bring in the 50 parts per million, and this will reduce the chances of algae forming in those pools. So that's a simple and affordable first step in saving you time. Now let me get into some of the gadgets that will save you time out there now that you've had that one taken care of, because that one I think is a really big time waster and something that should be eliminated first and foremost. Now, there are certain anomalies that may happen where the customer turns off their pool for the week or leaves in a spa mode. That can't be prevented, but normal algae in the pool can be prevented with these enhancers. I've used them successfully, and I save a lot of time by not having to treat algae. A good gadget that I would recommend would be the multi-torque socket set. These are pretty affordable, and it seems like not much to this product as far as, okay, I'm going to buy this. How's this going to make me more money and save me time? Well, if you've ever tried taking off the clamp and the compression nut on a filter with a regular wrench, it does take some time to get it on and off. And this tool is actually designed for all the major manufactured filters out there, Pentair, Hayward, and Jandy. And you put it on a drill. I prefer a drill with a lot of torque. So I like the Home Depot rigid line of drills. They're long-lasting, durable. You can get 2 batteries with them. I also like cordless ones, by the way, because plugging them in sometimes is not optimal at your stop to get the clamp off. So a good torque cordless drill or impact driver, rigid line is good. I would say if you spend anywhere from $130 to $150 for the drill, you're going to get a really good high torque drill. And then you would put the multi-torque socket sets on there, and you can look these up on their site. The easiest way to find them is just to go to my website, swimmingpoollearning.com. Scroll down just a little bit on the homepage, you'll see endorsed products, and then click on the multi-torque link. You can also go to multi-torque.com, and that'll take you to their socket sets. And again, they have sockets just about for every filter out there on your pool route, and this will shave off, I would say, about 3 to 4 minutes per filter. Now, if you do a multiplier here, if you have 60 filters and you're saving that much time, so I'll do 60. I'll just do 3 minutes to keep it simple. There's 180 minutes divided by 3. Actually, 180 minutes divided by 60, I should say. And that'll save 3 hours of time out there doing your filter cleanings. Now, that's a low estimate of time savings. You probably would save a little more time per filter. But that 3 hours, of course, you can do 6 more filters. That would make you some more money there. You can fill that time with more pools on your route, knowing that your filter cleaning is going to be faster. And this little device is going to save you time if you multiply it over the course of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I mean, technically, this is something that is affordable. You can buy the set for about $120 for most of the filters out on your route, I should say. It'll take care of all those filter clamps with the compression nuts. And I think another great thing about the multi-torque is that they're very durable. They last a long time. So you're not replacing this tool every year with a new set of multi-torques unless you drop one, which I've done before and lose it. But other than that, you're going to use the same tool over and over again. So definitely it's a great time saver. It's a great gadget that's extremely affordable. And the Pool Guy Podcast Show has teamed up with UPA to bring you affordable, reliable liability insurance starting at just $64 a month. Get up to $2 million in coverage, and the members of my coaching group get an even lower rate. Protect your business and your peace of mind. Sign up with UPA today by clicking the link in the podcast description. I'm going to jump right up to the more expensive gadgets that are going to save you money, and these are vacuum systems. Now, of course, the bottom feeder is my preferred vacuum system because it's compact, it's cordless, you can drop it in the pool and vacuum it in like 3 or 4 minutes. You can also recharge it in your car with the new charger. It charges really rapidly at home, so you can charge it up really fast. There's a lot of great aspects of the bottom feeder, and if you don't know what a vacuum system is, it's basically a device that will work independently from the pool's filtration system that's designed primarily to pick up leaf debris out of a pool. Although, if you get a finer micron bag, you can actually get dirt out to about 60 microns, which is a pretty good size particle. Not as good as manual vacuuming a pool, of course, but still it does a good job with both dirt and leaf debris. Now, for about 90% of the pools, the bottom feeder would be perfect, or 90% of the areas. The other vacuum system that I really like, and I'll get back to the bottom feeder in a minute, is the Riptide SL. Between the Hammerhead and Riptide, the Riptide has much better customer service. I think it's a much durable machine, and the overall look and the versatility of the cart makes this vacuum system the better choice, in my opinion, over the Hammerhead or the Power Vac, because the cart is very versatile. And of course, it has more power than the bottom feeder because it uses an aged battery and it has a more powerful thrust motor. So if you're looking for the top end super powerful vacuum system. There is no better choice than the Riptide SL in my opinion. It's totally different than the bottom feeder in many aspects because the bottom feeder only weighs 12 pounds entirely. The Riptide vacuum head probably weighs about 12 pounds by itself. Then you have the cord and you have the battery and the cart, and you're adding more weight. You have to have the transport rack. So they're different vacuum systems categories in my opinion. And if you're looking for a compact portable one like the bottom feeder, you can actually get a discount by using code DVB100 to save $100 when you purchase it from their site. So in my opinion, the bottom feeder is an essential tool that's going to save you time, and it's less expensive than the Riptide SL at this point. And it's going to be something that you're going to use to spot vacuum pools on your route, to get leaf debris out fast. It's just a huge time saver. If you ask anyone who has a bottom feeder, they're going to tell you that the time saving alone of this device is a game changer for their pool route. How much time do you save with the bottom feeder? Well, by the time you connect your manual vacuum and hose to the skimmer and get it working, you're probably already almost all the way done vacuuming the pool with the bottom feeder. So you kind of calculate the time you're going to save, but it's hours per week in my opinion. And then if a windstorm hits, you're saving a huge amount of time because you're not using a leaf rake on the bottom to skim up the leaves. It's just something that's essential. And I think every pool pro out there that's in an area where leaf debris is a factor should have the bottom feeder vacuum system or the Riptide SL if you want to get the full vacuum system with the cart. That would be my preferred full-size vacuum system for you. I'll make a side note that a lot of pool pros are using the Coquito leaf vacuums on their pool route, which do save a lot of time as well. They're just these plastic, kind of toy-like, but they actually work pretty good. And they're about $200 to $300 depending on which one you purchase. Now the lifespan of these, you could baby them along and maybe get a year out of them, but they're not going to last very long. But they do have surprisingly pretty good power to get leaf debris out of the bottom of the pool. They're very light and compact as well, lighter than the bottom feeder, but they're not really in a professional industrial size vacuum system. And I think if you wanted to really invest in something that's more practical in a lot of sense, I would go with the bottom feeder over the Coquito vacuums, but that's an option out there for you. I won't deny you the fact that you can get these, and a lot of pool pros swear by them that they are great. They're actually making a larger version that you can purchase at Pool Corp, and it's a bigger version of the one that they sell on Amazon. But check those out. They're not bad and they're effective. And this kind of segues into my other gadget that saves a lot of time out there, and that's the WaterTech battery-powered vacuums. Now, I have preferences for which ones I like the best. I kind of like the Catfish for spas and water features because it's small, but it does have a regular debris bag in there. You can get the sand silt bag to pick up fine dirt and silt. And that one's great for spas and water features, and it's actually a pretty decent sized cleaner. They have a new one that I just reviewed recently that I would recommend as well. Let me pull that one up because I can't remember the exact model offhand here, but I do have it here on my YouTube channel. I just reviewed it. That's the Pool Blaster PV30, and it has a water sensor, so there's no on-off switch. So it eliminates another fail point. They've gotten better and better over the years. I think for pool service, and they don't really recommend these for service use, for continuous use. And if you use it, just to do some spas and water features and occasionally a pool, I think the Volt FX8 Li is probably the perfect combination of power and size for these battery-powered vacuum cleaners. So definitely a great choice there for the WaterTech battery-operated cleaner. I think Coquito does have the edge on their portable leaf vacuums right now over the WaterTech models. They seem a little more robust and powerful, but WaterTech still, of course, has a ton of battery-operated cleaners, some at the professional level, like the Precision version 10, which I do recommend if you have pools you want to vacuum out, and they're okay for spas and above ground spas and water features. They're a little bulky, so just be aware that you need at least, I think, 14 inches of water, 12 to 14 inches of water for them to operate properly. So the smaller ones are, of course, more ideal for these smaller bodies of water. And this is a great time saver because you'd have to maybe bring your manual vacuum out there to vacuum out a spa. and this is all self-contained. And I do think the sand silt bag does a great job with sand and silt and even some algae dust. Here are some other devices you may be interested in. One would be the Cyclone Filter Cleaner. You can get this at cyclonefiltercleaner.com. This is a great way to speed up your filter cleanings out on your route, your cartridge filter cleanings. And this is a device I reviewed on my channel. I think it's a great device, and it's something they may want to consider if you do a lot of cartridge filters. Now, of course, when you come out with a great idea, everyone copies you. And if you go on Amazon, you're going to find a lot of the Cyclone Filter Cleaner copies that have come out on the market. They look very similar to it. And it's something, of course, the original ones are always going to be the best for you. So I would spend a little extra money and get the original Cyclone Filter Cleaner. To me, it's a really well-made product, and it's something that you can invest in. It's going to, of course, alleviate some of the bending over when you clean the filter, but it does actually speed up your filter cleaning time out there as well. Again, that's for cartridge filters, and it does just about every size cartridge filter that they manufacture. The Vac Daddy is also a really good device if you're doing a lot of manual vacuuming, because it attaches to a short pole piece that you can easily clip onto your pool pole, and then you would drop it in there and vacuum it just as if you were manually vacuuming a pool with the vacuum head. It's a very powerful vacuum, and I think the best reason to get the Vac Daddy would be for the vacuum to waste adapter. If you're doing a lot of cleanups, and if you don't have the multi-port with the waste mode on your filters, this is a great way to do cleanups, because it's basically like having a portable pump without having to set it up on the side of the pool. It actually attaches to the pole, and I think this is what makes the Vac Daddy very versatile. You can use it as a regular vacuum. There's debris bags that capture dirt and leaves, and then there's the vacuum to waste adapter for cleanups, and it's a lot quicker than having a portable filter and pump, or just a portable pump on the side of the pool. And to me, it's a tool that you may want to look into, because it will save you some time out there, especially if you do a lot of vacuuming of dirt to waste. And this probably goes without saying, but I think I should say it because you need to kind of implement this on your pool route. But the more automatic cleaners you have on your pool route, the faster your day's going to go. So they're definitely an essential gadget in my opinion, because they clean the pool all week long while you're not there. I'm talking about suction cleaners and pressure side cleaners. Not so much robotic pool cleaners, but they will work somewhat effectively in a pool route. I think suction cleaners are the best, at least in my area, because they connect to the pool and they just continuously run and vacuum the pool. And this saves you a lot of time out there, because you're not going to need to bring your manual vacuum back there too often. You just use your vacuum head with the cleaner hoses, or you can use the bottom feeder to spot vacuum the pool, or something like the Vac Daddy to spot vacuum the pool, or even a WaterTech battery-powered vacuum like the Precision version 10 to spot vacuum a pool if it has an automatic cleaner. So that saves you a lot of time out there. Having those cleaners in the pool, to me, are essential, and they're definitely something that's going to save you a lot of time out on your pool route. And then I probably should mention this as well, because this is also a factor. Having good quality cleaning equipment really helps you out in your pool route. Now, you really can't quantify the time savings, but I think you can quantify the frustration savings. So if you use a cheap leaf rake and it breaks on you or snaps on you, or if you're using something that you got to constantly be replacing or repairing, I would say the Purity Pools Red Baron is a great leaf rake all around. I like the rag bag version. You can dump out the debris quickly and easily. You also have the Smart Company. They make a Piranha leaf rake, which is great as well. And then for your poles, of course, I like Skimlight, and I like the carbon fiber poles. And you can go with either the Skimlight carbon light pole, the Primate pole, or the Ultimate Pool Tools pole. I did a video recently where I have all three side by side. Having great equipment is definitely a key also in time saving out there and reducing the frustration. So I should mention that, because I think it's a factor and something that a lot of pool pros ignore. They have the cheap blue pole out there in their truck that kind of locks up on them and it's flimsy. Just invest in something a little bit better. And as far as leaf rakes, get something really robust. That way it's going to help you clean the pools faster and make getting rocks and stuff off the bottom of the pool much easier as well. And if you're looking for other podcasts, you can find those by subscribing to my YouTube channel Monday through Friday. I post one there. each week during the week, each day during the week. And also, if you go to swimmingpoollearning.com again, go to the banner at top, you'll see a podcast icon. Click on that, and there'll be over 1,700 podcasts for you to download and listen to there at your leisure. And if you're interested in the coaching program that I offer, you can learn more at poolguycoaching.com. Thanks for listening to this podcast. Have a great rest of your week, and God bless. This episode is brought to you by HASA, providing products that deliver clean, healthy water for every aspect of everyday life. The bottom feeder battery-powered vacuum system, portable, powerful, and only weighs 12 pounds. And Skimmer. Get Skimmer, America's #1 pool service software. Podcast listeners can try Skimmer for free at getskimmer.com/poolguy.